stand party.
Yeah. We got this.
I'm never worried.
You never worried? I'm always worried. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Word on the Street podcast.
Here.
Episode number 43 in this motherfucker, man. We're slowly but surely getting to episode 52, which is the 1 week episode. 1 week, 1 year episode.
I was
So,
like, what the fuck?
The 1 week.
52 is 1
Is it 1 week or week 1? You know what I mean? It's up
Oh.
to you to decide. Whether
That's
it's
like
gonna
what
be
they
1
say.
week
Is it
or
one
week
day
1.
or day 1?
Yeah, type shit.
Yeah. Day 1. Not 1 day.
1 day. So it's been a crazy week. I want to say.
Has it?
Yeah.
What's
Since
been going on?
since last episode we did last Sunday. Since last time we were sitting here, it's been a crazy.
Well, we didn't sit here last time.
That's what I'm saying. Since last time we sat here,
okay.
It's been crazy.
Crazy.
We interviewed Tay last week. That's why we didn't sit here. We did the
yeah.
interview on the Off the Menu podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little switch up. It was different for us. That was the little headphones and the mics in our face, and Luba was deep throating it half of the time.
I didn't realize how much I hated my own voice until I had headphones on and started listening to myself.
Imagine how I feel. Like, have you ever seen the video of the guy that gets his hearing back and he hears his wife's voice for the first time and he's like, no, make it stop.
Nah.
That's how I feel, bro.
That's crazy.
That's how I feel about you.
Wow.
But
my heart.
We interviewed motherfucking Tay. It was fun.
It was a fun
he was
interview.
off 2 hours of sleep, so
Shout out
I don't
him.
even know how he did it.
Off
That's
of those
crazy.
2 hours of sleep.
And then afterwards, we went to go get some food. And then we waited a few hours after because I had my schedule messed up. I thought that the John Stan day party started at 3,
Oh, yeah.
but it actually started at 5. So we kind of rushed over there for no reason.
Hey, but be there early. You get in for free.
Yeah. We were there early. We did get in for free, which was cool. Their credit card reader wasn't working, and they just were like, "Here, take some wristbands and get in there." So we got in there.
Saw some TikTok mics, and we were like, "All right."
They saw some. We didn't even have them out yet.
I know.
But we got into the John Stan Day party. Not a lot of people were there because we did get there like fucking 5 minutes right after they opened.
Yeah.
Luckily, John Stan was walking around kind of getting stuff situated. He came and said what's up to us. We asked him, "Yo, do us run this little interview," and he was down. So that was fun. It was a cool interview. Go watch it if you haven't already. Link will be in the bio or whatever the fuck. But
description.
It was cool. And yeah, I was excited. I was definitely excited.
Yeah, it was
to
fire
do that
for
interview.
Sure. The cameras on you. I'm still trying to see the other footage of that.
Yeah, me too. I heard.
Everyone was like, "Yo, let me get your Instagram. I'll send you this. This is 4K."
And nobody sent it.
Nobody sent
it.
nothing.
I have asked, and not one person has sent it. So
yeah, there's like 7 different cameras.
It's crazy, bro. I look over and everyone and their mom had their camera out, and I was scared at that point.
Oh, mommy.
Yeah, I couldn't say the word underground.
Oh, you were like lower, slower,
lower.
Brad. I was like, yo, what are you trying to say here? Such a horrible, lower, slower, Brad.
I cannot do it, bro. I was freaking out. Hey, well, you gotta give me some credit for at least sitting there and doing it.
That's gonna be me later.
That's gonna be me. So who's gonna hold the camera?
We'll have to have one of Malachi's henchmen do it.
Yeah, one of Malachi's henchmen. Is that what I am to you? Just Malachi's henchman? Damn, that's crazy. But we did that interview with John Stan. Thank you, John Stan, for letting us do that. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I love it when Gooba gets locked in, bro. Gooba comes and he's not like, yeah, dude, fuck you. I don't like any of this shit we're talking about. I like that shit, bro, because half of the time Gooba comes, bro, and he's just a fucking hater.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good fucking event.
A great event. Thank you, John Stan. That was a fun event, bro.
It was cool. It was a cool event, and hopefully we can get the whole interview. You know, hopefully one day John Stan is sitting right here. We're both sitting over there. Get this interview done. That'd be cool.
We gotta have the Tay setup though. We can't have our setup.
No. TikTok mics and all.
I like how you gotta speak into the mic.
Yeah.
You say that every time to everybody. I like it.
Well, you do have to.
No, yeah, but people don't realize that. They just
what the fuck
talking.
do I give you a mic for? You put it in your pocket?
It's really fun.
What the fuck?
Keep this for later.
I'm like, here's the mic. And they're like, all right, cool. So, we'll speak into it, motherfucker. That's why I gave it to you. But that was cool. We went to Don Toliver.
I saw videos after. Sorry.
I was there. You saw me.
It was pretty lit at the John Sand thing after.
Oh yeah, after we left. But that was like fucking 2 p.m., bro. Yeah, 2 a.m. in the morning. I had to work the next day. I cannot be there that late.
Yeah, we honestly were there for 4 hours.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so we had to get out.
They popped out late. It was a Sunday. There was not even like it's not even Memorial Weekend. This weekend's Memorial Weekend.
I know, and people were popping out though.
They pop out.
You know, maybe
the
if
trappers,
it was,
the scammers,
maybe if it was Memorial Weekend, I would have not left early. But I worked the next day, so I was like, fuck, gotta get out of here.
Yeah, but yeah. So Donnie T.
Don Toliver was cool. We did that interview with Don. Just kidding. That'd be sick. One day we'll do that.
Should have walked it in.
Fucking yeah, Don Toliver was cool. We got there. Shout out to Tay.
Shout out Tay.
Yeah.
And off the menu and all
he hooked up Google with the ticket. Shout out Luis for hooking me and Christian up with the ticket. We both got in there. Or all 4 of us got in there. Luis, Christian, you, and I. Yeah. And we kind of got lit, bro. It was a good time.
Mostly you and me.
We kept losing Luis.
And we lost Christian.
Christian was a little scared to fully rage.
Yeah, when I say we're ragers, we're fucking ragers.
When I say Gubo was fucking strong army motherfucker, he was strong. He was clotheslining.
What'd you say? I'm so desensitized to it at this point. I'm just like, yeah.
When I was saying Gooba was clotheslining motherfuckers in the mosh pit, let me tell you, bro, Gooba was fucking JBL in that bitch, bro.
I did fall one time.
You fell?
Yeah, no one saw me. I was so happy no one saw.
How did you fall?
What? I don't even know. I think we jumped forward, and when I landed on my feet, I landed wrong, and I went straight to my knees, and I got right back up. I was like, nobody sees this right now. I don't want to embarrass myself.
It was fun though. It was like hella mosh pits.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Way better than last year's.
You think so?
Well, the mosh pit, yeah.
Well, I think it's because this music was more moshy than last year.
Yeah,
last year was more like
love.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
He was like hella dancing last year, and this year was like fucking just you're jumping, you're riding your motorcycle, you know. I ride my motorcycle, make her pussy pop, you know. Like,
I just don't understand why he was so fucking late.
Yeah, like, well, he's a rock star now.
That's
unprofessional. But then he stayed late though.
Like 30 minutes.
Yeah, but he was 30 minutes late.
All right. So I think he was like an hour late.
No, he got on stage at 9:23.
Oh.
Yeah. So 30 and then, yeah, he was supposed to get on at 9, and then he didn't get off till like 11:30, bro, or like 11:20 or something.
The crowd hated the DJ.
Yeah, that DJ sucked. DJ Bangerang, you suck. Donald Toliver. Yeah, and then he lied to us. He's like, "This is my last song," and he plays 8 songs after. Fucking liar. But other than that, Don Toliver was cool. I don't know about his setup, just having those the inflatables standing backward. Did that make sense to me?
I just don't think they gave him enough stage for him to have like all that shit set up there.
Then he had the 2 motorcycles. It just kind of didn't make sense, you know?
Yeah.
But it was cool. I think it was still a cool concert. I mean, regardless, I couldn't even see the stage anyway. We were moshing.
I only looked up at the stage like 5 out of
like a couple times.
Yeah, 5 out of 100 times.
I was more fucking worried about who the fuck is elbowing me in the face, and less worried about the fucking what was going on in the stage. But it was cool. I had a really good time with Don Toliver. I would go again. Round 3, fuck it, fight. You know, like round 3 would go insane. Yeah. Don Toliver, I think, is the new Travis Scott. Like, Travis Scott is way too, like, rock star now to have, like, cool concerts like that. Like, if you want to have a concert like that, Travis Scott, you're going to pay $200. Yeah. We got into Don Toliver for $8, and you got in for free.
I got in for free.
You know? Yeah. Like, he's a new... Like,
but the price is always, like, yesterday's prices and today's price. So
that's what I'm saying. But he's a... Bro.
Don Toliver is going to continue to...
He's a rager, though.
Scale up. But the thing is, like, the granary is, like...
The granary.
Whatever the fuck. Is like here, and then once he hits like Vivint Arena.
I mean, I know, but for now.
But it makes sense to have it outdoor because you can smoke and people don't get in trouble because like nothing really.
I don't know. I don't even smoke anyway. So
yeah, and then just drinking, and then you can just have as many people there.
The merch was amazing.
No merch is crazy. You could have honestly done the album cover as just a simple
anything,
tee.
Bro. And yeah, they definitely no merch is crazy. They had just a local brand selling their merch there.
Kendrick Lamar did better merch for his stupid.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
Or the Kung Fu Kenny one.
Well, that last one he just did.
The one with the Drake thing.
The Chinese bull, yeah.
Yeah. No merch is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand we're not even like the first stop of the tour.
I mean, cool to have a local brand though. So I mean, I guess
it should have been Headlam though.
Yeah. Well, you should have texted him. Hey, do you need a?
Next time.
I think it maybe just lock in with the Grenary and then.
You think we can ask Tay?
Yeah.
Tay, you're watching this shit. Tay, please lock us in, bro. We know you watch every episode, Gango. Well, or you say you do at least. So let's see if you really
gotta
do.
Comment when you get.
You gotta
to
comment
mark.
to see if you really do watch every episode. Tay. But yeah,
I was just throwing out like tests and shit.
That's funny, but I think it was a good show. I think it was fun. It's been a fun last couple of weeks. No pop ups for us, which has been good. It's been good to just chill and reap the rewards of our benefits. PuffCon is gonna be here in the next 2 weeks, so you guys will see a good couple of vlogs of those. Unfortunately, Gooba will not be joining us, so everyone L in the chat for Gooba, guys. But I will be there. Me and the homie Ricardo will be your correspondents, your PuffCon correspondents. So just know we'll be there, and we're gonna have lots of fun. And that'll be in a couple weeks from now. So keep an eye out for those vlogs, guys. Keep a motherfucking eye out. But what we got, Google? What we got over there on the topics?
All right, I'll start off. I mean, mine's not really stuff like on brands. I got great brands makes for great marketers, you know. So like now, and we've talked about this a few times, but I just kind of want to like, go into it and emphasize a little bit more like how extra you really have to go into like the marketing of everything with like advertising, promotion, and all that, and just even the way. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times. The way we time out our posts throughout the week, or even how you said you don't even like to show something before because that hype is there in the moment. And if it's like you show something a month earlier and then you drop it a month later, you're like, oh, like it's not the same hype. So I just wanted to see how you feel like on you have to be like a top notch marketer in a sense to be able to like survive in this social media world. Because if you're not doing like the craziest of like post or anything like something to engage with the fans or with the community, it's not really hitting, I think. Because I mean, how many like one thing that gets me every time is like when Palace like kind of clickbait the fuck out of all of us, and because they just do their stupid captions, and so I'm like, now I have to go look at this stupid fucking caption. And so I mean, even that's like great marketing because you're like, yo, they're dissing on just random people, you know, like they said fuck my mom or some shit. So yeah, but it's crazy like the next level of marketing now. I don't know why I turned like so professional into this topic. But fucking yeah, like how do you think the like marketing now is different from like then before
Why are you laughing?
before social because the question was stupid. Like before social media, how do you think brands like the marketing was it harder back then before like all the social media shit, or now it's harder now just because of the influx of information that is out there?
I think definitely harder now. Um, not only because of that, but just how many brands there are. Like how are you gonna make yourself stand out from the next guy or the next guy or the next guy? You know,
Yeah.
how are you gonna do that, bro? And that's like something that I think we always have to be thinking about. It's like, shit, bro. Everyone makes a T-shirt, you know, but how are you gonna make your T-shirt cooler? You know, whatever the hell. I feel like a good person right now to go look at is Blasey. The way that he like markets all of his shit, all of his products are like fucking like how do you say it, like a conversation starter, you
Yeah.
know, like every piece that he drops is like it makes the fans engage with it, you know, whether it be like a fucking the you know Chango Mi Narco, the like, you know, it gets a story. He literally made a piece from a monkey that died, you know, and like a narco monkey that died.
Yeah.
So you know, it's like stuff like that. You just kind of have to fucking, I don't know, be engaging with your brand. Because if you're just making a T-shirt that says Gooba Mob on it, no one's gonna buy that bullshit. I'm gonna just be honest with you right now. Ain't nobody gonna buy a shirt that just says Hoodlum on it,
I'm sorry, bro.
or if it just says fucking individual on it and that's it. No
Yeah.
one's buying that shit, bro. You know, because it's like Okay, all right. Unless your brand name is super fucking cool, but then
That's a
again,
cool
like
ass name.
look
Super
at
fucking cool.
super fucking cool brand, you know.
Sorry.
But yeah, like even like box logos, bro. Like box logos aren't as cool as they once were, just because all you're getting is a box with the word Supreme on it, you know. So you kind of have to. How do you make this cool, bro? How do you make your brand? And if that's all you're doing, bro, then like I mean, you can market it in a cool way. Say that your fucking shirts are made out of like, alpaca pubes or some shit. Like, you can still market your clothes in a way where it makes it look really good. But it's like at the end of the day, you kind of have to put a lot of thought into it, and then that's when it gets more easy to market. Because when all the thought is put into it, then you don't stop there. Like when you have a great idea, it doesn't just stop at that great idea. Then you think about the great packaging, and then you think about the great video that's gonna go along with it, and then you're gonna think about the great marketing. But that comes with the great idea. It's not gonna come with a fucking shitty idea. You're not gonna
Yeah.
fucking put Gooba Mob on a T-shirt and then think about a great video to do with it, and then a great like it doesn't go like that. But if you make a motherfucking T-shirt that is like, oh bro, this is gonna be like the old times, blah blah blah. Oh, and then the packaging is gonna look like when you go to the tianguis and whatever the fuck, and then the video can be someone going to the tianguis and buying the shirt and then them putting it in the packaging, like then that all comes together because it's that great idea, and that great idea spawns greater ideas, and it's like
Yeah.
that's how great marketing happens nowadays. But I mean, it all comes from what you're making, bro. Like it's making cool stuff, like what Nimbus just did with their like Street Cat collection, and they tied in the football jerseys with the shorts and the football, and maybe it just started with one little idea, let's make some shorts, or maybe it just started with let's make a jersey or something. But then all of these other great stuff happened, and then you saw their marketing for it.
Yeah.
It just like it all stems from just that one good idea.
Complete the
So
full fit.
yeah, literally, bro, you kind of just complete the whole collection of the whole drop. Um, but you just gotta push yourself, bro. Like, if all you're doing is just fucking making T-shirts that have your brand name on them and calling it a day, and they're doing different colors or whatever, you're not gonna go anywhere, bro. Honestly, unfortunately to say, like if that's all you're doing, bro, you gotta really push yourself and just like look outside of the box of how can I make my brand cooler? How can I, make different pieces that aren't just clothing related. Yeah, we all want a clothing brand, but a clothing brand nowadays entitles every fucking thing. Look at what FTP just dropped, bro. They're a clothing brand, but they didn't just drop t-shirts and
Yeah.
hoodies. They dropped everything in between, from a fucking fox fur like trench coat to a motherfucking hat that was split in half to anything, bro. They just dropped hella shit, and that's what a clothing brand entitles nowadays. It doesn't just entitle clothing.
Yeah.
Like if you just are making a clothing brand, you're boxing yourself into something, and that's what I'm saying. Just be fucking crazy. Like Euphoric Supply went on a whole run of 6 months when he motherfucker only made wallets. He
Yeah.
made wallets to the point where I was sick of them. But like you just have to have fun with this shit, bro. Like
No, for sure. I think yeah, that's a good point in that aspect as well, where it's like it's not just about a t-shirt now. It's like what else can you really create? And I think we're also in the era where at the beginning of like all the clothing brand shit, it was very like font, like just letters like esque when like the whole trend of having a clothing brand was going on, like the TikTok shit, like people were just literally slapping like their brand name on something in a font and being like, yeah, this is cool. Where now it is like I think people want to see the crazy designs all over prints, or even just like some cool cartoon character on a T-shirt or
they want to see
something.
like the plumbing coast shit, bro. They
Yeah,
want to
like
see like the Google Mob landscaping services, like
yeah, some shit
you
like
know what
that.
I mean. They want to see the individual taco shop fucking graphics, bro. Like they want to see all that shit instead of just Google Mob in
Yeah,
a fucking born and raised font and calling it a day. Like
yeah,
that's okay. You're like, all right,
no,
cool, bro.
literally.
Anyone has access to fucking Microsoft Word, my boy. Like
Well, let
anyone.
me tell you, Microsoft Word does not have an old English font. No, but no, that's 100%. And then too, like you said, the products that you're making from like a good example, like you said, FTP just dropped a whole bunch of shit with like hats, fucking their the fur coat, the belt, the bags, the fucking everything in between. It's like people want to see what you really can make and what you're trying to push it to the edge. Like I saw a bunch of comments saying everything was high quality, good quality. Like that's the other thing. He's not just dropping bullshit. He's also making quality items where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep buying this shit because I like it, and it's not just a T-shirt. It's not just a pair of hoodie like or
Well,
pants
bro,
or
like people are so scared though to try to step outside the box. Like when I was talking to someone about like I'm making a belt, they're like, "Oh, belt, that's really intricate. That must be so hard to do." It's like, no, bro. I literally drew up a bullshit little sketch and then hopped on the phone call with the dude, and now the belt's being made. You
yeah,
know, like it's like, yeah, you don't need that much, bro. Like you really like don't, like,
literally. And then like 10 minutes of us talking over the phone, looking at measurements of belt
and
buckles,
that's
and that
really
was
like
it.
all you need, bro. Like
Yeah,
you
like
really don't need much, and then you can get all of this stuff made. Like I said, don't box yourself in. The coloring book, bro.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I
crazy
always
too.
wanted to make a coloring book. It always was an idea, but for me, actually physically drawing the pages and actually being like, okay, let's actually lock in on this coloring book.
Yeah,
It only took me a month, bro. From drawing 15 fucking pages to doing a crossword puzzle and a maze and all that shit, bro. Only took me a month to
yeah.
lock in and really do, and it's not that hard. Now I got coloring books on the way, and it's like,
It's only as hard as you want to
and bro,
make
those
it.
coloring books were cheaper, if not the same price that it would have been to make 40 T-shirts, or the same amount of T-shirts that I made coloring books. It was cheaper, if not the same price. You know what I mean? So like, and it's cooler. It's a cooler item than a T-shirt. Like, yeah, a T-shirt is cool. You can wear it all the time. But a coloring book is like, that's that piece that is sitting on your coffee table.
Yeah,
That's that piece where you got a bitch over and she's like, "What is that?" "Oh, my boy made this." You know, like, and
yeah.
like,
What was your MOQ on that?
fuck. That's the thing too about these manufacturers, bro. They'll tell you 1,000. They'll tell you 500, and then you just gotta tell them, "I can't do that. I only need 50. I only need 40." And then they'll tell you, "Okay," you know. But if you just stop at the, "Oh, you said 1,000, can't make them,"
Yeah.
like you're not gonna get shit done, bro.
No, yeah.
So yeah, their MOQ is like 1,000 fucking books, but I was like, fuck, bro. I literally told them I'm a small brand, bro. Like 1,000 books is like, that's gonna make me bankrupt, you know.
Yeah.
And then they worked with me because they want the money either way. You think they're not gonna take the money, Like, do you think they're not gonna?
Get the work,
Yeah,
like,
bro. Fuck, might as well. Like, that's the difference between those companies that really want it and the companies that are like your homie from down the street that is just like, sure, I'll screen print your shirts. You're like,
yeah.
sure, I'll do that. Like, those companies are like, fuck, bro, if we don't even make this little sale, we're not gonna be able to pay you, motherfucker. So you better lock that shit in.
No,
Like,
yeah.
that's your paycheck you're about to fucking get from this sale. So
And that's the other thing with that too is like it's sometimes even items that are weird like that or like fucking socks or underwear or fucking I don't know why I said underwear, like books or like just shit like that. Sometimes it's easier. It might be like you said cheaper or the same price to do 50 run of shirts. Where it's like, why not make the cooler item than just drop a simple T-shirt and have 50 T-shirts when you can have 30, 40, or even 25 cooler items that like are just as valuable or even more to a fucking t-shirt, because yeah, a coloring book, bro, it's like I've said it with like the book that I want to drop. It's like it's gonna be like it can be a kid's thing or it can be a collector, like a hype piece collection thing where it's like a collector who collects all this hype piece shit with like, yeah, this is a brand and like they're fucking sick, so that's where that range is too. You're opening up your market to fucking kids, to
and
fucking
like, I made a book that's a lot for kids. It literally says that on the cover.
yeah.
It literally is like, this is a book, like, you're buying it at a fucking, you're going to the most fucking pop up, bro. You're seeing that on the table and you're like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
Oh shit.
uh,
It's like, what the fuck? This guy really got a clothing brand and a coloring book? Like, the shit, So,
I think like to reflect on something like what Tay was saying uh in the last episode, so you better go fucking watch that. He was saying that like clothing brands are dying. And so I agree with that in the sense where it's like if your brand is dependent on just making clothing, for sure it's gonna die. But like, how do you think Supreme has made it so long? Like they have all types of items from A to Z, Amazon type shit. Like there's not one thing that you can be like, oh, they haven't made that, or if they do make that, you're like, what the fuck? Why did they make that? But people go out here and buy them. Like 10 of them were saying they had fucking Supreme toolboxes. Like like who's to think like, oh, Supreme's gonna make some toolboxes? Like you just have to step out of your comfort zone and be like, fuck it. Like, I think right now where you're at, you have a little bit more room to be like, let's fuck around and find out type shit. But even then, like, even if you're starting, don't start with the t-shirt. Like, fucking, yeah, find a way to start with something cool as fuck. But you just have to realize that you're setting the fucking standard high, so you can't go back down after. Like, you gotta constantly keep the heat up. So,
But like, I think you're saying that like I'm in a place where I can fuck around and find out, but realistically, I'm fucking not, bro.
yeah, no,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
like if I don't sell these fucking coloring books, and like, you know,
Can't
like,
fuck around anymore.
yeah, like that's the thing, bro. But you also like gotta take a chance on yourself, where, like, t-shirts are cool, bro. But fuck, like everyone got a fucking t-shirt, you know. And like, yeah, not every fucking person that's 25 years old needs a coloring book, but it's gonna just set you back to your fucking like unit, like when you were a kid, and the stuff that you're coloring in it isn't little kid shit. Like it's not a fucking elephant that like looks all cute, like blowing a bubble, you know. Like it's
Yeah,
like a fucking, you know. But that's the type of shit, bro. You just always have to just think of what's something different you can do, and like, fuck, just look at what you use every day. I don't use a coloring book every day, but
yeah.
just look at what you use every day and see if you could recreate that. And you know,
And yeah, I was gonna hit on for like the other marketing thing as well for that I brought up originally was like it's also the nostalgia. Like now with even marketing or even making it items and stuff, it's more about how you feel like about something instead of like really like oh it's just cool, you know. Like nowadays people want to ignite that shit in your brain that gives you kind of that memory of like oh shit, like that reminds me of this, or like that's where like Bloody Sunday plays around with logos, or these brands that play around with logos and do so well. It's because it's like oh that reminds me of this, or you know, like so I feel like it's also really using that emotion from the person, that the consumer, in a way to be like connecting with you, where they're like damn, this logo just brings back this memory. Like if you did like a Toys R Us logo with like hoodlum on it instead, you know, like
a fucking giraffe.
sure,
You
fucking
know
a
the little
giraffe.
Toys R Us, you know the
No,
Toys
yeah,
R
the
Us
Toys R
giraffe.
Jeffrey the giraffe.
That's his name.
Yeah,
Fuck, I
but
fuck with that dude heavy.
yeah, like, and the thing is,
That's
like,
my
you
homie.
drop that, the generation that grew up with Toys R Us and shit like that is gonna touch with that and be like, oh shit, what the fuck, that like unlocked the memory type shit. But that's the thing now. It's more about you really have to think about it every level of it and every aspect of like how am I hating with this coloring books. Kids nowadays aren't really fucking coloring. They're on their fucking iPads and shit. Like that's another thing there. So it's like you're definitely taking a step back and being like, oh shit, like this is some shit that I did probably when I was a kid or some shit like that, you know, and you're like, it's gonna be cool for
Shit, my little sister colors every single day, bro.
alright, my bad.
I go inside my house, and every day she's sitting on the table. New page, ripped it out, coloring that new page every single day.
There you go. And like now next thing you know it's gonna be your book that she's coloring type shit like
No, not until she's 18 to 69.
uh But and that's the cool thing too. You're so playful with it, so where you're like, this is not a kid's coloring book, you know. And you put the age 16 to 69 or whatever, so it's like you're just playing around and you're fucking with shit. And that's the thing too. People are used to being like ages, blah blah blah, and up. Like that's gonna connect with someone and be like, ha ha ha, this is funny, like you know. So even the little small things, like every detail counts. You just have to, like you said, it can't be bullshit product. Like you have to really think about it all, and it's only as hard as you make it. So it's like if you really like, this is what I want to do. So I'm gonna see what it takes. Okay, I have to make 15 pages. Blah blah blah. Fucking, I have to make a cover, a back cover, and that's it. You look at other coloring book covers and shit, and you're like, oh, this is what this has. It has an ages thing. It has a not for kids or for kids or blah blah blah. Like you just look at shit like that, and that's inspiration. Like that's really what being inspired is right there. Is being able to take from other things and be like, oh, okay, that's like in my perspective the 3% rule, where it's like you take from everything else to put into one thing. Like it's not taking one thing and just changing it. It's like no, you have your thing, but you need from everywhere. Like I just think yeah, it's fire. I don't even know where I was going off with my little rant there, but great marketing. So.
He said it's not just taking one thing and then just changing it.
No, it's true because like even playing around with the logos and like alternating logos and just putting your brand on it, it's still like you didn't really do that much. Like it's still pretty lazy unless you do it correctly. But it's so hard to do that right when all you do is change out the letters, or because even the Bloody Sunday one's nice the way they did it with the eBay shit, but it's also like how much more could you have done? Not that much. is it lazy? It doesn't look that lazy. It's honestly pretty cool. So I'm like, that's done well enough to where it's like, all right, they did as much as they could, which there's only so much room for, error if anything. But yeah.
No, I feel you. What?
I'm just gonna. Should I just run mine real quick?
Yeah, what else you got?
Okay.
Did you see the iPod mirror?
Oh, that was fire.
That's pretty
I
tight. Can
like
we
it.
pop up a photo of it?
Yeah, I
That's
want
cool.
one.
Yeah.
It's the iPod Nano, or I think that's what
Cool
it's
ass
called.
iPod mirror.
Yeah, with the mirror, and
And
then
the Palace Vivian Westwood. That was a cool collab. It looks like they're dropping a belt, some like
stuffed
little
animals.
stuffed animal keychains, and then it looks like they might be dropping one of those what are they called? The metal things that go in your pants, the wallet chains or whatever.
Oh, like a
They
chain.
might
Yeah.
be dropping one of those too. Very cryptic. And then they dropped like their. I like the little animations though when they do like the 3D animations of like whatever the fuck. Like I think that's pretty cool. It's very like skate, like old school skate, because
Yeah.
like those videos always have the little animations.
Yeah.
Um,
Those animations are hard as fuck to make too. Like
I don't know how they
unless
do
you
it.
know
I
how
don't
to
know
do
how
it.
it's Chaos Pro be doing it. Shout out our boy,
I don't know who that is.
the homie, that makes all the animations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he be doing that shit,
I'm
bro.
like, I don't know. It's oh yeah. Yeah, no, that's time consuming. That's why when you showed me like your finger can I talk about it?
Yeah.
When you showed me your fingerboarding one, me already saying it, I'm like, can I talk about it? Like that had to be like over 5 to 6 hours. Like
And he like did it in 2 days, bro.
yeah,
I
like
paid him 2 days later, had it in my email. I was like, what the fuck?
nice. Yeah, like that shit like that takes fucking yeah. Because you have to make everything move. You have to physically make everything like yeah. Because unless you have like already, what would the word be? Like a
Like a template.
templates, yeah. Like if you
But
have
like,
templates, you still have to edit them differently for every
but the stuff that I
situation.
give him, like, it's not like he can have a template for that.
I'm pretty sure though, like
Like, there's no way he had a template for the mailman.
there's got to be like a website. Oh yeah, that one's pretty hard. But like you would search up you for like I would say like if there's already like say there's a culture for that, and there's like a website with just like formats and templates for that. Like you would just search up like car driving by template, and
Hmm.
then you would take like the car driving by, but
And then
then
you
you
change
still
it
have
that
to
to
change the whole
whatever.
scenario out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But I don't know shit. I'm just
Yeah,
talking out of my ass. I mean
yeah.
that could be a possibility,
I don't
but
know, bro. Homie, it seems like homie really gets down and gritty with the details.
yeah. No,
Shout
cause
out.
yeah, that one was hard as fuck too. The fucking mailman one, I forgot about
Smoking a
that.
joint and everything.
That was like the first one you had gotten, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
for the rolling tray.
yeah. People really love that shit, bro.
Yeah, no, that one went crazy.
Yeah, people really love that shit.
It's also that's a different like
Way of
people are so
marketing
used to
too.
just seeing videos and shit like that, so it's like, oh, this is new, this is different.
Literally, it's like, whoa, what is this? Like it takes you out of your element.
Yeah, for sure. You just like, oh shit, some animated shit, like, and the intricateness of it. Yeah, other people probably like if we look at it and we're like, that's hard. Imagine how other people look at that and they're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck,
Like, well,
like,
how the fuck did he even think of this shit?
yeah. So
Yeah, shout out our boy. Though. Can you put up his Instagram?
yeah,
People, you guys need animated work done. Hit him up. I don't know his rates specifically, but I know that they're cheap enough to get a video made. So hit him up. Go fucking get the videos made for him. He works real quick too, like a day or two, or let's say a week, but still a week to get what he does is like amazing.
I want to talk about the third
Oh,
figurine. I forgot to bring it up. This is the first time I'm back in the office, so
we have him.
finally got him.
I'm so glad. It looks so good up there. I'm glad that we finally.
The collection is finally finished.
I said when I first bought them that I was gonna take them out of the packaging, and I
I'm
was
glad
gonna.
you did
And
it.
no, like when I first like bought them 3 years ago,
Oh,
I
okay.
said like I'm taking them out of the packaging. I'm gonna play with them and shit. But now, fuck no. There's no way I'm gonna. This shit took way too goddamn long to get them.
You realize how
So
after trying to get the third one,
yeah, how
you're
hard
like,
it was. So now it's here. We're set. It's good. I'm keeping them. Um, when I meet the Flappers
gotta get them
homies, I'll get them
signed.
signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for now, when I go to PuffCon and I meet Juice and Meech, I'm gonna get the 2 cards signed that I have. These like little sticker things.
Nice.
But then later I'll get those signed too.
Later in life.
I don't want to like carry those to PuffCon and have them all day and shit. Like that's kind of an extra weight. I don't want to. And you have to be delicate with them and shit.
Yeah, just fuck up.
But
Don't want to fuck up like the box and shit.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad I finally have him up there. He completes the set. It looks good. The
The
wall's getting a
trio.
little fuller. They're dropping the Rey Mysterio Flash soon, so It's like when Rey Mysterio dressed up as Flash, so I'm gonna get that one and put him next to the Batman one. And then they're dropping a Rey Mysterio, like Mysterio from fucking Spider
Spider
Man.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, so they're dropping that one too. So I'm gonna get that one, and so I'm gonna try to have all the Rey Mysterio
The
like
cool.
comic book uniforms or whatever that he does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have those. I currently have the Batman one up there. I want to get the Flash and get the Mysterio. They're expensive though, bro. Like 27 each, depending on like the one. But
You see, they're making on Netflix a documentary on Vince McMahon.
no,
It's called like The Mastermind or some shit like that.
no way.
And the literally, because it's only like they had a little bit and like the picture of it, but the picture of it is like the shadow of Vince McMahon with strings and like wrestlers in the ring with the ring around it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I want to watch that.
Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna be good.
Damn,
It's like Netflix was like, all right, we got you guys locked in. Now we're gonna make a documentary.
Oh fuck! I didn't even think of that. Damn, that's true.
They're like, all right, you guys are signing with us. Now we're gonna exploit the fuck out of you
all right,
guys.
we paid you billions, and now we're gonna make it back, motherfuckers.
Paid you guys to get you on. We gotta make that money back.
Yeah. Damn.
But speaking of action figures, Mischief just dropped a Hot Wheel collab.
It's lit.
I just want to
touch on
this. Was it
an actual collab or was it just?
Yeah, with Mattel, the brand that
Mattel.
Mattel. All right, fuck. I can't ever. All right, Mattel, the brand that like makes action figures and cars, Hot Wheels and all that shit. So it's a collab with Mattel, and then people were mad that they're like, you can't tell it's a Hot Wheels logo because there's not any Hot Wheels logos anywhere. But they literally did the flame. They just put Mischief in it. Like,
well, that's a collab though.
There you go. Yeah,
that's what Palace would do.
Yeah. I mean, that's 101 collab collab 101 right there, like just simple. But I just like it because
why the fuck do you even care if we could tell if it's a Hot Wheels or not, though?
People want to complain about something.
Yeah, that's true. Like, this isn't a fucking Hot Wheels, but it doesn't fucking matter. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
but fucking the cool thing, I like it because that's literally what project cars look like. That's what my project car looked like. Like when I had a project
every
car.
fool you go to his house, a broken down ass car. Like, oh, you taking this to the garage? Nah, fool. That's my project car.
Yeah, I'm working on that, bro. Yeah, like that. Literally.
Fool, you've been working on that shit for 20 years.
Yeah. That's why I sold my project car because I was like, dude, if I work on this at 3 years more, there's not gonna be shit. But
it's gonna rust away, Gango.
Yeah, no, but I thought it was cool because like
even the stands it's on, that shit's rusting. It's just, like, the fucking stands
just falling apart. Yeah, I thought it was cool. It was like very realistic for like a person that actually likes like in the car community because you always get these cool Hot Wheels and you're like, fuck, my car looks nothing like this. But
they should have made a fucking rust bucket.
Oh, rust bucket? Oh, they should have. Yeah, or they did. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Fucking the packaging was cool, and then just to lock in a collab with Mattel or whatever. Mattel. I don't even want to say it anymore.
Mattel.
All right, fuck you. But like to lock in something like that is dope as fuck.
The way you're saying it is like if it had 2 T's in it.
Mattel. I'm just pronouncing
Mattel.
I was just pronouncing Mattel. The T. How do you? I'm not saying t-t. Like I'm not pronouncing.
Yeah, no, but you're saying Matt.
Oh,
Tell.
Okay.
Just Mattel.
All right. I get it. I'm adding a space.
No, it's like you're saying like there is 2 T's.
No,
Matt
and
Tell.
And then Tell. Yeah.
Just Mattel.
All right.
Like just Mattel.
All right, Mattel. But yeah, I mean, locking in something like that is dope. I mean, we've seen Pillage. I don't know why I was blanking so hard. He had gotten that collab with the Gerber, and he was allowed to do the baby Gerber on his jersey.
He made his own torch, the benzomatic torch.
Oh yeah, and he had a benzomatic torch. Like things like that are dope because you're not really the other brand doesn't really need you to be like, oh, blow us up or some shit like that, or they don't even care. But to allow you to
need them on some John Stan
on some real shit, you do need them, yeah. And so for them to allow you to be like, all right, do what you want to do, and they're like, you know what, fuck it, let's run with it. So I think that's cool. They literally dropped the rust bucket. They sold out, fucking killed it.
That's cool. I wonder how much they are. I want one.
I think
we can put it
they're
right
gone.
there.
I don't know. You're gonna have to.
We'll buy it. We'll pay a resale. We'll put it right there.
I don't know what resale. I would search it up, see what resale goes.
Let's see.
They were saying that they were also on the Mattel website.
Yeah, Mattel fucking website sucks ass though.
Does it?
Can't get shit on.
They were saying they had a 3-car limit, so you could get 3, and that was it. I don't know why anyone was buying more, but I actually do. Everyone wants to fuck the resale market.
Yeah, I was like, bro, fucking, I want one shit.
But another thing Mischief just did that I thought was hilarious.
They were $30, and they're out of stock on the Mattel website too.
Nice, $30. That's not bad. What does the Hot Wheels go for? Like $10?
Like $5.
Mischief though, also always doing crazy shit. They bought a cow. Did we talk about this? We didn't
I
talk
don't
about
think
this.
so.
They bought a cow, and they're saying that fucking.
Oh, it's called the Not Wheels, not the Hot Wheels. It's
Oh,
called the
nice.
Not Wheels.
Not wheels. There you go. But they're saying that if people want to save the cow,
Damn, how much you think it is?
the resale,
Yeah,
like 130.
110 before shipping and fees, and probably 130 after.
Yeah, not bad.
Damn, that's crazy. Never mind, I don't want one.
Yeah, he don't want it that bad. Is it the actual size?
Look, bro, like the foam is like sticking out of it and shit, and like the fucking
Oh yeah, damn! I didn't
the
even see that.
cord and shit, bro.
Yeah, the details are crazy. It's missing one tire on one side, like a wheel. It's missing a wheel on one side. Yeah,
Wash me on the back.
I'll post the pictures as
You
we
see the
talk
wash
about them.
me?
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, all the details are fucking sick on this. What
Yeah.
do the bumper stickers say?
The bumper sticker says "Born to Drive, World is a Truck," and then one of those for the motherfuckers that are fucking mad. It says "I am a Hot Wheel" on
There
the
you
other
go.
bumper sticker. So
There
there
you
you
go.
go, you bitch ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're so I like it. They're playful with it. The detail is impeccable. Like they
It has a turbo
literally
sticker on one side.
there you go. Like they do what they do pretty good, you know. Let's see what
The description just says
Oh,
vroom,
vroom, vroom,
vroom,
vroom,
vroom,
vroom.
vroom, clunk, clunk, skirt, skirt. That's the description, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They went all like it's a fun,
It
playful
says
thing.
Mattel. Mattel.
All right, fuck you. And this like it touches almost on the same thing as a coloring book, like where it's just something playful for people that like, oh, I grew up using Hot Wheels. I like this brand. Like, you know, it's a fun little thing. Or
It
where you're
says
like,
it
my piece
says
of shit's like this too.
not totaled yet
Oh,
on the
nice.
front, and then it says cinder blocks not included. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, it was a good job overall. I think the people complaining just always, everyone always has a complaint,
About
but
something, huh?
about some shit. But yeah, so Mischief killing it on that shit. I'm glad it's not no bullshit like clog or some shit.
Big red boot.
Yeah, no big red boot.
Wasn't a Hot Wheels big red boot.
But so they bought a cow and they're scamming motherfuckers by
I wonder
saying
what's that? How much that shit's selling
if
for?
you buy the token for the cow, you have an option to either cash that in to get some beef or a burger in a year or two or whenever they kill the cow, or if they get enough tokens turned in, they're gonna save the cow and let the cow die of I can't even talk, die of old age. But I say kill the fucking cow. It's gonna die regardless. It's probably inhumane of me to say that. All the vegetarians are gonna hate me,
Damn.
but
So right now the current outcome for Angus is death still, but 31% out of the 50% of the tokens that they want to be um, returned. Oh no, not even 31. 3.1. My bad.
yo,
Only 3.1% has been returned out of 50. So it's surely he's dying.
he's gonna get made into some mischief burger patties.
And they were selling the 3 pack of burgers for $35, and then the bag, like, because they can make a bag out of them too,
Oh,
for
nice.
1,200. But now you can just buy those on StockX if you want to. I'm pretty sure this is just a collab with StockX, because that's where you go buy the shit now if you really want it. So
Oh, that
I'm
makes
pretty
sense.
sure it was just like a way of marketing StockX and shit. StockX is dying. Sneakers are
I was
dying.
about to say all these
If you're fucking
resale.
reselling sneakers, I'm sorry, bro. Malky, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but if you're reselling sneakers in 2024,
No, I think it's gonna take a turn. It's gonna be the same thing with clothing brands where it's like only the legit resellers and like SneakerCon probably won't be as good anymore because since everyone's kind of like a backyard sneaker seller, unless you have like the legit booths and all that shit, like the people that come from stores and all that, those are the people that are gonna survive. But it's the people that are like kind of backyard sellers type shit that are like those are the people that are gonna get weeded out. But at the same time, it's good because you don't want such an influx of resellers. Like if you have,
everyone and their mom was a reseller for a
yeah,
while.
it's the same thing. Like I always said, everyone wanted to be a Frenchie breeder. Everyone wanted to have a clothing brand. Everyone wants to. So it's good that it's dying because you don't want everybody to be doing it.
Hmm.
You want these people to stop, and the people that legitimately do it are still going to do it when it all dies down. So that market's going to be there. But now it's not going to be everyone and their mama is selling some sneakers because, whatever.
Makes sense.
That's how I feel about it. Cause I mean, that's how like at the beginning you could only go to certain places to get sneakers. Like there was only so many reselling stores, and then it became a hype, and then everyone's like, I could be a reseller. They do what I do, or I can do what they do. Like,
Mm.
but then people realize the expense. You're putting in more money than you're making. Like, and that's where the stores make money because you have so many pairs where you're like, okay, I can take $20, like make 20 off of this one, make 50 off of this one, make 20 off of this, like and it'll add up. It's slower for sure, but compared to the guy that's looking just to make profit off of it, the people that are looking to just make profit are not gonna survive. The people that are doing this because it's their job, like they have no other choice. But yeah,
So I fucking saw Stay Grounded posted about the fucked owner.
okay,
Actually, fucked is dropping the Vans, the fucked Vans. They're pretty
they're
cool.
pretty fire.
They're just an almost old school, but the middle panel, where like the little stripe is underneath it, it just says fucked like a lot
Yeah,
of times. I feel like if those dropped in like 2017, bro,
they would
fucking
hit.
millions of dollars, bro. But they're dropping now. Still pretty cool. I mean, people were complaining though on the Ask Me Anything that he drops too little quantities. And he's like, "We make a lot. You guys are just selling this shit out. You know, you gotta be
Yeah,
you gotta be quicker than that." So he just talked about. He basically just posted like, "I'm gonna open book. Ask me anything." People asked him about like how he thinks about or what he thinks about manufacturing, whether to get it done, in the United States or overseas. And he said, "Fuck it, wherever you can get it done, get it done. Like if
yeah,
it." If they're making your product and the product is good, get it done there. He's like, back in the day, we made it in the U.S., but it's not back in the day anymore. And just get it done wherever you can. Get it how you live it type shit, you know?
yeah,
So that was cool. That was good, you know, way of fucking expressing that. They also asked him about like staying afloat, like if he thinks it's harder to stay afloat now compared to back in the day. And he basically just said that he thinks staying afloat now is way harder because there's so much more competition. He said back then they were making everything in the US and there was only 5 brands, so it was like relatively easy, to fucking make clothes. But now you have all this competition instead of just 5 brands, and it's just harder. You just kind of have to find a way to make yourself stand out, as we've been saying. um they asked about the wholesale model for brands, and back then it was like, let's get our shit into Zoomies or Dillers or whatever the fuck and sell it. But they asked about that, if he thinks that that's a good way of doing it still, or what he thinks, and he says that the wholesale model is dead. So he says that if you want your brand to prosper, if you want it to grow, you have to go DTC, which is direct to consumer. That way, your profit margins are higher. That way you are seeing all the fucking everything from all the revenue. You're getting all the customers to your website. You're getting all their information, as in emails and phone numbers and shit. Then you can use that to push your marketing fucking emails out and all that bullshit. So he says that nowadays, if you want to succeed, he would just recommend direct to consumer, as we've been saying, straight on the website. It's the best way of getting people their stuff nowadays, and it's the best way of getting you your revenue at the end of the day too.
yeah.
So they also asked him about if he thinks that the Virgil Blueprint is a good way of starting his brand, and he said, "I don't even know what that is." Like, what is Virgil type thing? Like,
I don't know what
like,
that is either.
I don't know. I don't know what the fucking Virgil
Virtual
Blueprint
blueprint
is,
is.
but I guess motherfuckers like really motherfuckers just really think that's it. If you want to make it as a clothing brand nowadays, you got to do exactly what Virgil did, or else you're not gonna.
That's the other thing. There's 20 more other designers. There's probably way more, but like there's 20.
Virgil's just the one that died.
Exactly. Yeah, literally there's one that died and that's the one that like but no one's talking about the 20 other ones that are still doing this shit, putting shit on. And it sounds rude for us to say that, but in reality, Virgil his shit came to an end, but if you would have kept going the way he was going, people wouldn't have paid as much attention.
No, they would have been like, "Oh, he's dropping holes in hats again," because that was
Yeah.
the last thing that I saw Virgil drop, was that holes, the hats that had like the holes in them, the new eras. Did you ever see those? They
Was it
literally
like
had
the
holes in
cheese?
them.
It looked like the
Yeah, it
cheese
looked like
holes.
Swiss cheese
Yeah.
hats.
Yeah.
And that's what he was dropping, and people were like, "Arr!" And then he dies, and they're like, "Oh my god, I need those Swiss cheese hats."
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck the Virgil, what is it? Virgil
blueprint.
blueprint is, but don't just follow one person's blueprint. Like there's so many, like I said, from like inspiring your designs to the same thing as inspiring your process. There's so many places to look at from. So it's like one person might have done this way, and one person might have done this way. Now it's you to look at both those ways and see what you're gonna do to make it your own, and see which works best for you. Because whatever Virgil was doing might not fucking work for you. Like, you know, Virgil had funds at the end of the day. By the end of everything, he was already popping off. He had the money to do all that shit. So whatever fucking Virgil blueprint you're going off of, I don't know. Like, you,
I
it's
don't think people realize that Virgil was already rich and famous before he started like Off White and shit.
yeah,
Like he was already a famous like fucking DJ, and he was
yeah.
already working with Kanye West and shit before he started even Pyrex. You know, so I don't think people realize that.
That's the other thing, and people only and that's the same people that are talking about the Virgil blueprint only think about Virgil as the
Off
fashion
White, and
designer.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like they don't see
not the
him as the
DJ,
DJ. Yeah, like he was
not the
way big as a
intern, not the
DJ.
guy grabbing coffee, none of that. You know,
Yeah, like he literally started from the
I don't
bottom.
think people know Ben Trill is Virgil.
Yeah,
You know, like that fucking Paxson brand Ben Trill
yeah,
rapper.
like it's I don't know. People get lost in the sauce. They see one thing that has all the hype and they forget about
There
everything.
they
But
go.
I mean, you could look at it as he had many successful brands. Like that's how they think people only see Off White and they're like, oh yeah, that was it. And like you gotta realize that he did so much shit, and you don't even know what else he did work in or work on. Like yeah, I don't know. Don't just look like respects to fucking Virgil, but there's so much more. Like I don't know. Go
Okay,
back
I got
on the before the Virgil.
the wholesale market.
Oh, fuck. What was I gonna direct to consumer? Yeah, so like that's cool. Like that's honestly the best now. There should only be one of two places to get your shit. Like your website, or if you're doing a pop up. Like, and with what they said about making more items, the whole point of being like this type of brand, or I don't even know what you would call it, but it only makes sense to not have thousands of one item. Because then it's not as limited and not as wanted. Those same people are complaining because they couldn't get that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, but if they were able to get that shit, the hype would die. Like,
So that shit was at Walmart. No, no one would want it.
no, 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 people don't want that shit yet. But yeah, and I think also with like the last 4 or 5 years, especially with COVID and everything, people have figured out, oh, online shopping is way easier. So if you can get your consumer straight to your website, people are already shopping online. One thing is now they just have to type in your website. There you go. So it's like,
Everyone's already on Instagram. You just kind of have to figure out a way to get them to click on your, your fucking bio where it has your link, bro. That's all you really need to fucking figure out.
yeah. And that's work on the website. Make sure your website is easy to navigate but looks good and is straight to the point. Fucking I need a shop, so go to the where the items are
And
at.
bro, and mainly if you're taking your own fucking photos on an iPhone and just editing it out the background, which is super easy to do, and I recommend everyone to do it if you can.
Yeah.
Fucking get a steamer, bro. Get a fucking iron. I
Sorry.
swear to God, bro.
Sorry.
I am sick and fucking tired of going to your motherfuckers' websites and your fucking t-shirts look like you just pull that shit out the very bottom of the fucking box, bro, and crumpled it up in the ball, then put it down on the floor, bro.
I'm
That
so
shit
sorry.
really is so fucking
I'm
annoying
so
to me, bro.
sorry. God
So
damn.
please get a fucking iron, get
That
a
would
fucking
hit home.
steamer in that bitch, bro.
Yes, that would hit
Make sure your
home.
shit is presentable, bro.
Oh yeah, photo
Cause then
room,
your customer is gonna be expecting a fucking
wrinkled
wrinkled
ass
ass tee when that
t-shirt.
shit comes in, gang. You best believe.
Oh fuck. Yeah, photo room is the best app. Remove fucking the picture, whatever, and then just save the picture and crop out the fucking logo.
Yeah,
Like super easy.
that too. Crop out the logo. Don't leave the.
Yeah, don't leave photo room
And don't be
logo.
lazy with your descriptions, like pants. Like descriptions are like pants that feel like Levi's or some shit, and then like the next one it's like fit true to size, and then ships in 7 weeks. Like, bro, don't be fucking lazy with your descriptions, bro. Like,
Yeah, if you're buying blanks, go to the blank description, like what they're the blanks
just copy and
description,
paste
and
that
copy
shit.
and paste that shit. 100% cotton, 350 GSM. All that bullshit, copy that shit and put it in your bio. It makes it look that much better. Like people aren't gonna know what it is, but they're gonna be like, "There's so much
It's
information."
350 GSM. Will they get it? I really feel the 350 GSM on this. They don't even know what the fuck 350 GSM is, but they feel it.
It's the same thing when people read the nutrition labels on shit. They're like, "Oh my god, this has all this shit." Like they don't know what the fuck it is, but
I
just
don't know what
because
the
it,
fuck carbohydrates are, but
yeah, like so at the same time, you're just like, all right, you gotta be presentable. And then fuck, what was the one before that? The
the
direct to consumer.
manufacturers. Oh, staying afloat. He's just saying that like it was easy, less easy.
Oh yeah, it's harder now because of all the brands. But for one, if you have your community, so say with you, you have you know at least 12 to 15 consistent buyers. We can say if so, but that all you have to do is continue the growth of that. If you can maintain the 12 to 15, that means all right, 12 to 15 t-shirts if that's what you're doing, for sure might be sold out. You just have to bring in, let's get extra 25 people more. Let's get an extra 50 people more. Let's that way you say drop 2 items, now you have 50 items in total of whatever you drop. And you got your 12 usual buyers, boom, and you add 25 more, and now you're only sitting on like 13 to 15 products like, left. It's trying to get more reach. People want to find new shit all the time. I think people. It's also cool now to be like, oh, I know about this and you don't. Like people want to rock shit that nobody knows about because that's the whole thing in the streetwear scene that I've noticed too. People love gatekeeping brands. Like if it's not one thing where you're like, yo, where'd you get that? People do not want to tell you where they got that shit. People don't want to like. It's a weird thing, but yeah, bro, you gotta make your shit so cool that people don't even want to tell people like type shit. Like it sounds bad, but I mean, if it's that hard and people are trying to gatekeep it, like fuck it. Like I mean, you
That's how you
want,
know your shit is hard.
yeah, people don't want to share
There's
it.
two ways of knowing your shit is hard. It's getting replicated, and people don't want to don't want to share the shit,
Gatekeeping
bro.
it, yeah. No, but it's
There's
true. I
two
mean,
ways.
bro, you fucking ask someone where they got their pants or the shirts, and like, no, I don't even, I don't want to tell
I
you.
thrifted it.
Yeah, like that's crazy. What the
You did
fuck?
not thrift that shit, bro.
That's brand new.
It
Uh,
still has the fucking size tag on the back. it
but I
still
mean,
says 32 back here.
you got the sticker, the long sticker. Fuck. Nah, yeah, man. Yeah, you just gotta be top notch. It's hard to stay afloat, but as long as you know how to fucking guide the boat, drive the boat, make sure that shit's not drowning, like sinking, then you're gonna be afloat regardless. Like that's all it takes is being able to steer the fucking boat, and you have to just get through the waves. Like regardless of how big the waves are, as long as you can push through them, like you're gonna stay afloat. Like at the end of the day, it's about how hard you want it and how bad you want to try for it. So, I mean, if you're finding difficulty staying afloat, are you really doing everything that you should be doing, or what could you be missing that could fucking make that shit better? I think that's what it is. You always got to go back to the fucking drawing board and realize what the fucking formula
Sketch
is.
that bitch out.
Yeah,
Sir. Well, I think that was good. I
yeah.
think we have to end it here because we have to go interview OGZ. So let's fucking
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of
let's
here.
get the fuck
Fuck
out of here.
this.
Yeah, we have to go interview OGZ. Love you guys. Hope you guys liked
Yes,
the OGZ
sir.
video. You'll see it. Thank you for tuning into episode 43.
Of the fucking Word
Peace
on the
out,
Street podcast.
motherfuckers.